This is Pick a Crystal Tarot for Libra for the middle of August. Welcome to all the Libras. This is just a reminder, if you like the video, please click the subscribe button down in the corner. The way that this is going to work is right now I would like you to pick one of these crystals, either the blue calcite or the black obsidian for you Libras out there. So pick one of those crystals right now, and we have a 4-card spread. We're going to do 2 readings, right? So it's going to be a 4-card spread and then 2 cards that are going to clarify the message. So if you chose the black obsidian, this reading is for you. Now, to be perfectly honest, this is a reading for Libra. If you want to do both of the readings, just know that whatever crystal you chose is the main message for you. All right. Sometimes these readings are they go hand in hand. The energy is very similar. Sometimes it's very opposite, right? So it's like we can have 2, energies going on for the particular sign. So this is going to be if you chose the black obsidian, Libra. All right, let's go. Let's go. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so you start off with the Sun. Awesome. Best card in the deck. This is just happiness, ease, joy. This is you being in a sun phase right now, right? This is being filmed on August 11th. We have finally cleared that Leo Mercury retrograde. So I'm sure we all felt it. If you are a believer in astrology, you probably felt it more and recognized that retrograde energy was in our lives for 3 weeks. And, hopefully use that time to really bring things into balance for yourself, to rectify and, heal a lot of your past, like understand why the things that have happened to you so far in your life are happening. And to have the Sun for you, Libra, choosing, the black obsidian this week, it just means that you are in a sun phase. You are going into a sun phase. Think about how you have brought happiness, ease, joy, clarity, just all the wonderful things that the Sun brings. And then you have the Star with it, right? The Sun and the Star are a powerful combination, right? This is showing that with the happiness, the joy from the Sun, you need to shine that onto everyone as the Star. The Star is a card of, healing. It's a card of being the star. It's a card of, again, utilizing this joy that you have going for you right now, Libra. And then you need to also think about with the Star, like, what are you heading towards in your life, right? Powerful combination. One of the most, interesting, powerful combinations, because what this combination shows is that you are meant to be the sun for others. You are meant to get the attention. You are meant to have things revolve around you. And one way to do that is by following your North Star here, right? So the Star card is a card of healing, right? So think about how you've healed. Like, this healing has led to this sun phase for you. How can you help lead others towards healing? How are you going to continue your path of healing moving forward here with the Star card? And then whenever water shows up, you can see on the Star here, she is healing herself through the pool of universal consciousness, right? So she's tapping into the energies and the lessons and everything that you've been working towards, where you feel like, Libra, you've been gaining a lot of clarity and just a lot of general ease and joy. The thing that you need to do is you need to dive into that water. Whenever we see water in tarot, it's really important to dive into that water, right? And here comes my dog, Luke. He wants to come towards you guys right now because he feels your powerful energy. And then, you have the Ace of Wands with the Two of Wands. So this energy, which is amazing, it's going to lead to a brand new beginning. You have cleared away a lot of the things that you need to clear with this Ace of Wands to bring in something fresh, to bring in something new. And then, you end with the Two of Wands, which means that you need to become a leader right now in any way you can. How are you going to bring about what you've been working on, what you've been manifesting? How are you going to shine this light and this energy from these 2 cards to start something new? And it's like, it doesn't have to be big, right? Think about something you've always wanted to start. What is that for you? Right? And when you do, once you understand this, this new beginning that you're going to have with the Ace of Wands, the spark of creativity, the spark of passion, right? Think about any places in your life where you can take the lead with the Two of Wands. Where can you be a leader? Where can you be more vocal? Now, the problem with the Two of Wands, right? The issue with this card is that, he built a home, right? So it's like a card of reaching a finish line, but not a real true finish line, right? Like he built a really powerful position for himself and he really likes it, but he's looking outside of himself. He's looking out into the world when he has the world in the palm of his hand, right? So instead of you looking outside of yourself for any further, guidance, light, leadership, right? Any sort of energy with with this powerful combination, don't look outside of yourself anymore. You have gained a lot with these two cards, especially, right? So instead of you looking out into the world, look into yourself. And then once you realize that you have the world inside of you, now it's time to go out into the world and spread this energy. All right. Really, really great reading for that Black Obsidian group. We'll see what comes up for the white. Oh, nice. Okay. So to clarify, you have the sun again, right? So Libra, and this goes for all Libras right now. We'll get to the other group right now, but for all of you Libras, for the sun to come up right here, especially in this Black Obsidian group, if you chose the Black Obsidian because it spoke to you, you have the sun again. Right? To have the sun twice in a 6-card spread and 6 cards is pretty amazing. So you just need to go out and spread this confidence, this love, right? So it's like if that Black Obsidian spoke to you, it's because probably you are coming from a really powerful place of love and happiness and confidence and joy inside of yourself, especially with that Two of Wands. Now it's time to become a leader and show other people how to do it. Like the sun is Leo energy, right? Leo in its most highest form, it has the ability to love itself so much that it can pass that love on to others. And then you have the Hermit. Right. So what I'm getting off of this is that you took a lot of time on your own recently. Right. You got into hermit mode. You did a lot of healing. Right. The story of the hermit is that he climbed to this top of the mountain because he needed to isolate himself. He needed to heal himself. He went through a dark night of the soul and was able to transform himself through healing. Right. But, with this type of reading, it's saying you have the ability to heal others. So how do you do that? And that can be little things, big things. That could just be like you're standing in line for coffee and you strike up a conversation and you make a really cool connection. Even if you don't ever see this person again, having that brief 1-minute interaction can be healing, right? In your, really, long-standing connections, your friends, family, people that you, connect with on a daily basis, you have the opportunity to heal them. So this is really powerful. I'm really excited to see what's going to come up. So if you chose the blue calcite, this reading is for you, Libra. Nice. Okay. All right. Very interesting because it is pretty similar, right? It is pretty similar here. You are starting off with the Emperor. Okay, so this group is coming in as the Emperor, right? And it's a very similar energy, right? So it's like the Emperor is a boss. The Emperor is, you have gained so much control over yourself. You've been through so many battles. You've weathered all of these, challenges in your life, right? You can see the Emperor is this old man with a gray beard, right? He is sitting on a throne, right? So he is royalty. He is leadership. He is authority. And then the thing about the Emperor is that he has his armor underneath his cloak, which means that he's ready to go. Right. So it's that very similar energy with the first group. Like you have gained so much power. You have gained so much control. You are the boss now, Libra, for this second group. Right. So think about all of the challenges and the circumstances that have made you become this powerful at this point, right? Like what did you rectify during the retrograde? How did you bring things into balance for yourself? How are you seeing things from a much clearer perspective, right? And then you have the Four of Swords, which is similar to that Hermit energy, right? So a lot of Libras, and maybe just a lot of people in general, because of the retrograde, you've been spending time at home, resting, relaxing, recovering. The thing about the Four of Swords is that he has prayer hands because he's praying for a blessing. So maybe the blessing that you were praying for was to just have more control in your life. Right? So how are you going to use this control moving forward? You need to understand, like, whatever, if you did this consciously or subconsciously, by taking the time to be with yourself, and especially with the sun coming up in that first group, you have gained a lot of mastery, a lot of self-love, just a lot of love spending time alone. Like for me, I'm sorry to make it about me right now. The Four of Swords is actually one of my favorite cards in the tarot. And it's kind of, it's not the most positive card, right? Because it does tell you that you need to rest and relax because life is happening to you. But I love the Four of Swords because it gives people the opportunity to spend time with themselves and love themselves. So having this combination here shows that whatever time you've spent resting, relaxing, recovering, it's really led you to a place of loving yourself more with the Emperor, becoming a boss, right? And then you have the Ace of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords, right? So the Ace of Pentacles is something new to work on. You need to think about right now, like, are there any projects, anything in work, business, love, your friendships, or something you want to learn, something you want to work towards? What is that for you here with the Ace of Pentacles? And then the ultimate thing that you're going to get from this reading is the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords, people say that it's lying and stealing, right? You can see this dude is stealing these swords from this army, but he's doing this because he doesn't want to have to fight the war, right? So it's like all of this, like the energy off the table right now is off the charts for Libra. You need to just think about like this energy that you're going to take with you moving forwards. How are you going to make battles much easier moving forward, right? Any battles, internal battles, external conflicts, battling in life, like just keep pushing through in life. How are you going to find a way to fight smarter, right? And really, like, this is a card of non-action as well, because it's like he's being smart enough to steal these swords so he doesn't have to fight, right? So it's like you're going to be able to get through battles much more clearly and much easier moving forward. So whatever battles in your life right now, if you're watching this, you need to think about like how you're going to handle that conflict, the challenges, just the grueling grind of life. How are you going to do it in a way that's much smarter? And to clarify this reading for Libra, let's go, right? Damn, this is Libra. You got it going on, Libra. You got it going on in the middle of the month. You have the World and you have the Chariot. So this is really the perfect card to sum up everything in the reading for really both groups, but especially for you. If you chose the blue calcite, you have reached a point of completion with the World, right? So you are ending cycles, or not ending cycles, you are completing cycles. Libra, think about the things you've completed. Think about things, maybe even things throughout your life that you have been healing, things throughout your life that you've been processing. Like, this is what everyone has gone through with the retrograde. And that's the whole point of the retrograde. The whole point of the retrograde is that, like, as much as we always move forward, as much as we work and we grind, it's important to like have our past come back to us, to kind of like turn our back to the past and confront the places that we need to confront so that we can reach a place of completion with the World, right? So think about what you've completed, and then you have the Chariot. The Chariot is a card of victory, right? The main thing that I always get off of the Chariot, what I've learned from the Chariot, you can see here, he's leaving his home in the city behind him because it's no longer serving him, and he's marching victoriously forward. The Chariot is a card of victory. It's a card of control. It's you taking the reins of your life. You have two cards of control here with the Emperor and the Chariot. So think about how you have more control in your life. Once you write it down, where do you feel more in control? Do you have control over your anxiety? Do you have control over your daily routines? Do you have more control with your emotions, right? Having the Emperor with the Chariot are two powerful cards of control, right? So it's going to lead to a powerful victory for you here once you really understand what you're controlling more in your life. This is exciting. Thank you for watching, Libra. Have a good middle of your month and moving forward. Thank you for watching. Peace.